Okay, Aquarius, this is your weekly oracle and tarot card reading from Born Without Boundaries. I said it last week and I will say it again. What the fuck are you guys up to? Because you are up to something and you are up to wanting to get with someone. And there's this whole sense of acting cute and acting coy and being demonstrative but not being straightforward in your demonstrations, but being more forward and demonstrating a lot more than usual, because you want somebody to notice you, and you want somebody, and you know that you shouldn't want this somebody, but you don't really care about not really, you don't care about the taboos. You just don't. You do want attention though. You are feeling frisky though. And the wonderful thing about this circumstance is you just love being inspired. You love being turned on. It's not even about getting the actual person that's turning you on. And if you were to get the actual person that's turning you on, the truth about this whole circumstance, Aquarius, is you'd back the fuck down. You wouldn't know what the fuck to do. Because for you, it's more about the process. It really is. It's just like this fascination of, can I get to them? Can I get their attention? Will they notice me? Falling in love is a difficult process for you. And I'll tell you right now, because I can feel this vibe, this is your channeled message. I'm picking it up. I hope you are picking up what I'm putting down. Aquarius, there's this sense of intentionally steering away from people who would actually be real love for you. This kind of twisted, denied to you, taboo, kind of forbidden relationship of somebody who I got a feeling is much younger, and that just it's a sense of avoiding intimacy and not heading right into it. Love is something that you do for a long time. You know, it's something that you are very good at, being very faithful and extremely good to the people that you are with. That's just the truth. But getting there is a difficult process. One, finding somebody who can read your signs and signals, because you are your own code. You are. You speak your own fucking language, and it's hurtful and it's stressful and it's painful and emotional for you to always be misunderstood, but simultaneously you intentionally don't want to use any known language. And it's all the same thing. It's all about you being able to say something without saying it. You being able to let it out without being heard, so that it can feel good to be released and you could be honest, very truthful. You like to speak the truth, but simultaneously you don't necessarily like anybody to know your truth, because vulnerability just ain't your thing. And the wonderful ways that you hide those feelings are very, they're very amusing, to say the very least. They are entertaining and intriguing. The brightest smiles, the most attractive, charismatic looks and glances. That is Aquarius. It's just bright-eyed, and what's going on in that beautiful mind. That's you. That's you. What is wonderful about where you're at right now is you are enjoying this ambiguous process, because everybody is in process. And that's the whole thing right now, is that everybody is in a transitional process, and the poignancy and the importance is on the process. It's not even on the finished product, because nobody knows what the fuck the finished product looks like. We're just improvising our asses off here. You love the improvising. You love the ambiguity, because it's liberating and it's free, and it's not scary. It's not fearsome to you. You know, it's exactly where you like to be in this process. And you're inspired. There's a sense of creativity that is flowing inside of you now, an abundance of creativity and the ability to figure out a way to express yourself. And the odder, the better. The weirder, the stranger, the better. But there is a subliminal sexuality and sensuality to your messages. There is subliminal messages in every quirky thing that you post online, in every conversation that you have with somebody. There is a sexual undercurrent. There is a need to either just blatantly get laid, or there is a hidden attraction to somebody whose attention you want. And okay. But all this effort and all this energy for somebody that really is still a safety net, still a person that really, is emotionally unavailable to you or socially unavailable to you. And that's why I think the enjoyment and the pleasure for you right now is in the game and in the process and in feeling silly. It's not even in just getting the person. This wonderful aspect of falling in love with somebody who is a fantasy, who is outside of yourself, who is outside of your real world, is a wonderful place for you, because you can feel the inspiration and you can feel inspired, and it can uplift you in so many different ways and give you the giddiness and give you the confidence, while simultaneously being extremely safe, because it doesn't give you the agita of actually being in a real relationship. I like it. I do, and I'll tell you why I like it. Because this is a wonderful time for you to unleash your creativity. And whatever the fuck is inspiring you, you just gotta let it keep inspiring you. Because I think that's what's the most important. It's not about what we get. It's what we produce while we're getting there. And you have your energy. Aquarian energy has showed up in so many other people's readings, right? The 2 readings that I did so far have been Scorpio and Capricorn for this week, and you were very prominent and large and in charge in their reading. And that's all because it is about process, and it is about thinking outside the box and getting us unstuck and making us look in unconventional ways for unconventional solutions. So what I'm getting is something that you never expected, especially if it's in the form of a relationship. Something that you never expected, feelings that you never expected to have, are suddenly being had. And while there is a little bit of discomfort, even in you, I think that that's why you like it in the idea phase. Because as long as it's just an idea, there ain't nothing wrong with it. But somebody is inspiring you. And I love the feeling of you being inspired. And I love the inspiration that's around you. I also love how good you are at being single. How good you are at making it on your own and not needing somebody. And certainly not settling for somebody unless they're absolutely they're going to add something to your life. Just plain and simple. But there are a few things, if you decide to move forward with this, there are a few things that you need to know. And this is where the Oracle cards come in and they reveal a little bit. There are a few warnings that you need to know, and maybe a pros and cons list of would this be worth it? Because if the fantasy itself and just the flirtatiousness is giving me so much enjoyment and pleasure and inspiration, then why do I need more? I may not ever need more. In fact, I think this is a side thing. I don't think that this is I think this is something that's spicing up maybe a relationship you already have. And this isn't a relationship reading, but this energy is coming through. I think the idea of love inspires you so fucking much, but the real potential of love scares you so fucking much. And you love to be inspired and you don't like being scared. So like I said, this is your sweet spot. I love how you guys are, and I've always admired this. In ambiguous situations, you shine, you thrive. Ambiguity doesn't get to you at all. Give a shit. You don't. You're so good at making decisions in undecided circumstances. In fact, the more undecided, it's like the more space for you to like just click your knuckles and dig in, which is exactly what you're doing right now when it comes to developing who you are. But there is something that is a little bit shady here, a little bit different than what you expected. So you have two energies here. This is Sagittarius energy and this is Aquarius energy. It's a lot of chaos. But it's exciting chaos. And there's air and fire, which means that there's some sense of feeding this fire and flaming the fire. I'm sorry, building the flame and stoking the fire. That's what I was looking for. Something is stoking the fire. Something is getting you blazing and getting you burning, or you're the one that's getting somebody else burning. There is a sense of being watched and being looked at and maybe getting somebody's attention. And this is the unexpected thing that you need to be aware of, is a sense of all of a sudden you're going to get this person's attention. And then how are you going to get out of it? You know what I'm saying? Like how are you going to go back on, oh, well, I was just, oh, that, I didn't mean you. There's that sense of leading yourself into, backing yourself into a corner, which is not where you want to be. But in a weird twist of events, there is a sense of this truth coming out and you being discovered and you being recognized and then you being called out on your feelings or emotions. So I don't know if you're in it with a Sagittarius, but Sagittariuses don't like to be tied down at all. So there is this energy of wiliness, opportunist, I just feel like there's an opportunist here. And I don't know if it's you or them. This person is feeling much better as a fantasy than as a reality. Just going to let you know that. But there's a change. There's a twist here. There's a twist of truth. The whole truth isn't out yet. There's something that's still unknown. Or you're keeping it intentionally from somebody, because this is mama bear energy. So there's a very protective energy here. Somebody is guarding something, whether it's you or them. There's a sense of this maternal energy being very prominent, very powerful, very protective, even destructive and vicious and violent. Somebody very bold when it comes to the defense of one's family. And it could very well be you being in a defense of your family. This sense of standing up for something that you believe in and not allowing people to twist things or to bring out a truth that isn't a truth, that is just like a spin off the truth that you're finding very, very difficult right now. So this is going on another track. There is this playfulness about you right now, but there's also a seriousness in a serious situation, and whether you feel it building or you're in the middle of it, it is something that you're going to have to address. This maternal energy has been coming up a lot in a lot of readings too. I wonder what the fuck it is with the divine feminine, because the divine feminine has been impacting everybody, influencing everybody. And I do think that its addition to the meta consciousness is adding a lot of twists and adding a lot of different perspectives that most people could not have predicted, because we've been so patriarchal for so long. But this aggressive female energy is just pounding through. And you love it. It's empowering to you. So if it's actually you, it's sort of driving you, Aquarius, driving you to say things or defend things that maybe nobody suspected you would even care about. But you like surprising them. You like caring about those things that people never expected you to care about. And sometimes you like it just to get in other people's face and just to force other people to think and other people out of their comfort zones. your whole role right now is to push people out of their comfort zones. That's what Aquarius is doing. It's not allowing for any comfort zones at all. This is the comfort zone. This is the ultimate comfort zone. This is Cancerian energy, as loyal as a dog, as loyal as a puppy. Somebody who could be like a little puppy following you around, or kind of, like I said, it's very maternal energy. I don't know if you're dealing with a Cancerian, but if so, this is coming out as very, very protective and very defensive of its puppies or of its place, of its family. If you are, if this energy is surrounding you or you're embodying this energy, wow, hold on. I know that you... I feel like you're dealing with an overbearing mother. I don't know if it's your overbearing mother or if you're being the overbearing mother or you're just dealing with one, but I feel like you are dealing with one. Ow. I'm sorry, this is really irritating me. And I can't put my finger on it. Love is in the air. Love is all around. I feel like somebody is blocking you from loving the way that you want to love, or feeling like you're able to love the way that you want to love. Or being overprotective or overprotecting in some way. This is Gemini energy. But this is also suggestive energy. It's poetry. In other words, you can say it in a song and let it out. Like what a beautiful code that is. Music itself is its own code. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to come out and say something straight, because you know that there is this energy that is very protective. God, there's this forbidden energy. Pisces energy is here too. Very mutable. Two mutable energies. I think Pisces has been affecting a lot of people lately, just because what Neptune is up. Neptune is in Pisces, but it's also in retrograde in Pisces. So there is this discovery of fantasy, maybe discovery of a forbidden fantasy. Letting your forbidden fantasies out, or indulging in something that was fantastical for you. I am trying to figure this out. Hold on. Okay. I hope this camera holds, because it's driving me kind of nutty. Let's put it this way. If you are a mother, Aquarius, there is a strong sense of feeling divided between what it is that you want and what it is you want for yourself, and what it is that you want for your children and know that you have to provide for them. And your children come first, and there's a certain level of protecting them from the realities of you and who you are and what it is that you want. There's a sense of giving off one impression to them and another impression to everybody else, or hiding different aspects of your character. I don't think it's really shady so much as it is just a decision to keep a sense of propriety, especially concerning children. Now, if you do not have children at all, or that's not your scenario, there is a sense of dealing with an overprotective or overbearing parent, of being disapproved of, or feeling like the person that you're interested in, would not approve of you. You would not be approved of by their family. There is a fantasy aspect to all of this, sending out dreams, inspiring dreams, giving people dreams, making it like almost communicating to them in a dream state or through dreams, or having been dreaming about somebody, to circumnavigate some sort of very protective or guarded energy. I want to get another card, because a lot of that is really... Yeah, so now is a lucky time, but you have everything that you need. If you try to do anything right now, there's a sense of of overburdening yourself or putting too much pressure on yourself. This is Virgo energy. So this is preparing for the future, getting things set up, wanting to build something stable, and not wanting to rush things or push too much on them right now. This is a sense of maybe having only one child, or because this is not necessarily that you don't have abundance or that you don't have luck. It's kind of a sense of A, wanting things to move more slowly, and B, kind of realizing that the reality would not be as pleasurable as the fantasy. This is also prepping somebody or preparing somebody to move on, or to like helping them move out into the world and find themselves. Realizing that they have everything that they need, that we don't need to indulge in any more resources, trying to use resources that you have, or teach somebody to use resources that they have in order to build their future. It's just a sense of, now is a lucky time, lay a solid foundation. You have everything that you need. You don't need any more. And that's not to say that more isn't coming to you, but it's not about more right now. It's not about moving forward. Building upward is not about moving around. It's about building upward and building something strong so it doesn't collapse underneath you. So right now, what you're doing is you're using the resources you have to lay a solid foundation, to lay a foundation that you can trust and rely upon. It's not about moving fast, moving quickly, or being impressive. So there is this sense of maybe it's you that's being the protective energy, the protective parent. Almost like corralling somebody and protecting them and defending them. There is two sides of you right now. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling this split personality. But the common ground between both personalities is inspiration. Wow. Is trying to inspire somebody to be all of themselves and be the best of themselves, and maybe even helping them to not run into the caveats that you did. I will say this, you are definitely prioritizing family. Whatever the case, whatever the scenario, you are definitely prioritizing family. I have forgiveness here because this is the most interesting one. In terms of your angel messages, I'm hoping this will help me understand a little bit better, because there's a lot of chaotic energy and eclectic energy, which I don't think wants to be understood so much as it just wants to be discussed. But this hopefully will give us some guidance. Forgiveness, let the past go. This is your messages from the angels that are coming to you. Clear your heart and mind through forgiveness. So if you were corralled or you were denied, maybe it's just learning how to forgive this overbearing parent. This person that didn't understand you the way that you needed to be understood, and not wanting your child to live through the same thing. Creative potential. You are by nature infinitely creative. Life is a sea of creative potential just waiting to be expressed through you. You are free to express all your heart's desires. So this is the time to do something creative or get working on that creative project and believe in yourself. I just feel like there's this lack of support around you right now. There's a feeling like suppressed somehow, or a lack of support. But believe in yourself and allow yourself to let go of any of those limiting lessons that somebody taught you. And the only way you can do that is to forgive them for not believing in you. And don't expect anything more from them than they're capable of giving. You are by nature infinite. I told you, like, there's so much creative potential around you now, and you just have to let it out. Even if you're judged as weird, even if you're judged as awkward, even if you're judged as not good enough, it doesn't matter. What matters is you allowing yourself to free flow. This is a major card that I got, and it kind of stunned me when I got it. Transformation, because that's what we were talking about from the beginning. Through the great love that holds you in its embrace, you are moment by moment transforming to ever greater light, ever greater oneness, and ever greater wisdom. You are growing. You are different than those around you, those you were born into. You are very different. You may be the only air sign in your family. You may be just, you have always felt like a black sheep. But there is a sense of recognizing your uniqueness and celebrating it out loud, and finding a way to forgive those people who always made you feel bad about it. Love and peace. The heart of love is the heart of creation. All is possible through love. I just got this. You have found somebody that you could love that inspires you like crazy. And it is the idea of love with them that has made you so happy and hopeful for the future. And maybe you don't want to take the next step, because this is energy is what you need right now. But there is that piece of you that knows it would like something real. Oh, I'm going to get into it in the extended. No matter where you are or what you're doing, inner peace is always possible. All it takes is a subtle shift in awareness. Think love and peace will follow. All is possible through love. All is worthwhile for love. May all you think and feel reflect love's eternal truth. Coming to peace with how you love, who you love, whether or not somebody else approves. Finding a great deal of peace through love. Whatever has been distracting you from a real love, the distraction's not going to last longer. It was only to help you get over the hump or this caveat of somebody making you feel like shit, whether it was from your past or right now. There is just this sense of somebody making you feel not good enough or judged or blocked. And you needed that extra ego boost, and that's fair. Ultimately, though, Aquarius, this is transformative love. There is a beautiful potential, especially between you and somebody else, which is why I want to dig in. I'm going to dig in with tarot. This is the first card in tarot that came out. You. This is your card. That is incredible. And it's your dreams and your wishes coming true. It's not just about getting what you want. It's about getting what you've always needed. You know, what has always been the best for you, but not only the best for you, the best from you. This is truth coming out and accepting your truth and being able to live your truth out loud. This is the Star card. It's beautiful. Let's go into the extended. I'll see you guys over there.